very echoey in here. Let's move. Three weeks ago, at this moment, I was saying goodbye. I was ready to get on a plane and fly to China. I've never left South Africa's borders, and here I am getting on a plane to leave the country. What's that like? Well, I'll tell you, I was 65% sure that I'm doing the right thing. I was 55% sure that I want to do this. The other 45% wanted to take my bags and run the opposite direction and put all this madness behind me. But once I got on the plane, the anxiety got worse. And at one stage in the air, I was like, I still need to land in Joburg, and that's still in South Africa. I can still run from there. But I pushed through, got on my second flight, and 3 weeks later, here I am. So, what is teaching in China like 3 weeks in? Now, please understand, I am in no way an expert in teaching, in China. In no way am I an expert in teaching English in China. But this is my experience. And in my experience, I work at a kindergarten, a Montessori kindergarten, which is learn through play in any way. For me, a typical work day starting at 7 in the morning till 5:30 in the afternoon, Monday to Friday, which is normal work day in South Africa and anywhere as well. It's playing with kids for 8 hours a day. Now look, I don't teach from 7 till 5:30. My first class starts at 8:30. My last class ends at 11, and then I've got classes scheduled from 2:30 till 4. Those times that I don't have classes, I'm in my office. I'm preparing the next day's lesson. I'm walking around the city. I'm not actually doing much work at that stage. But for 8 hours a day, I am literally playing with kids in a structured way to help them learn English. Because when they get to a public school that offers English, or they get to a specialist training school that'll teach them English further, then they have the basics to get them started. So I don't really see my job as work. Now look, there are people that teach at the universities, that teach at public schools, at training schools, whose class times and classrooms and classes are much more structured than mine, and sucks for them, but they enjoy it. I've spoken to a few of them. I'm still a kid at heart, so I jump around with them, I fall onto the floor with them, that's my personality. But this is what teaching in China, or a typical day teaching, looks like for me. Good afternoon. How are you? Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Fire, fire. Earthquake, earthquake. Good. Flood. Flood.
I don't wanna go. See you later, alligator. Bye, 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 bye.
So yes, that's a typical school day for me. Not all my classes are in there, it's just one or two of them. But I have a total of 9 classes that I attend to. I see each of them once a day, some less than that. And of course, each class has a different syllabus depending on their age and level of English. That's what I do. I run from class to class teaching English. The discipline and structure, that's up to the Chinese teachers to do. Well, they're with them the whole day. So am I sure of what I'm doing now? It's not 55% anymore. It's like 85. Yes, there has been a day or two where I wanted to pack up, go home, and just leave all this madness behind. And then the next day you walk into a classroom and a class full of toddlers grabs you by the legs and knees and hugs you, and you realize this is where I need to be, this is where I want to be. And that's heartwarming. Look, China's not for everyone, and I could have made a big mistake coming here. I would suggest to anyone trying to do this, go do some deep soul searching first. Go make a checklist. Do you really want to do this? Go watch a few videos. I will be uploading a video in the next day or so about things that you need to know and feel and do before getting on a plane and flying to China. There are other videos out there as well that are like survival guides and so on for a teacher in China. If you feel like you want to teach in China, if you feel like this is what you want to do, what you need to do, contact me. Put my email address right there. I'll put it in the description as well. We can talk about it and I might be able to help you, but make sure that it is for you at the end of the day first. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Ganchi nente zache.